Treaty of 1725. The following is the submission and agreement of the delegates of the Eastern Indians signed at Boston on December 15, 1725, whereas, the several tribes of Eastern Indians, the Penobscot, Narragansett, Maliseet, Micmac and other tribes residing within His Majesty's territories of New England, and Nova Scotia, from whom Lord Annexus, Francois Xavier, and Meganeumo are delegated and fully empowered to enter into articles of pacification with His Majesty's governments of the Massachusetts Bay, New Hampshire and Nova Scotia colonies, have contrary to the several treaties they have solemnly entered into with the said governments made an open rupture and have continued some years in acts of hostility against the subjects of His Majesty King George. They being now sensible of the miseries and troubles they have involved themselves in, and being desirous to be restored to His Majesty's grace and favour and to live in peace with all His Majesty's subjects of the said three governments, the province of New York and colonies of Connecticut and Rhode Island, and that all former acts of injury be forgotten, have concluded to make, and we do by these presents, in the name and behalf of the said tribes, make our submission unto His most excellent Majesty, George, by the grace of God, King of Great Britain, France, and Ireland, Defender of the Faith, in as full and ample manner as any of our predecessors. And, we do hereby promise and engage with the Honourable William Damu Esquire, as he is Lieutenant Governor and Commander-in-Chief of His Majesty's Massachusetts Bay. We the said delegates for and in behalf of the several tribes above said, do promise and engage that at all times forever from and after the date of these presents, we and they will erase and forbear all acts of hostility, injuries and discords towards all the subjects of the Crown of Great Britain, and not offer the least hurt, violence or molestation to them, or any of them in their persons or estates, but will henceforward hold and maintain a firm and constant amity and friendship with all the English, and will never confederate or combine with any other nation to their prejudice. That, all the captives taken in the present war, shall at or before the time of the further ratification of this treaty, be freed without any ransom, or payment to be made for them, or any of them. That, His Majesty's subjects, the English, shall and may peaceably and quietly enter upon and improve and forever enjoy all and singular their rights of God and former settlements, properties and possessions within the eastern parts of the province of the Massachusetts Bay, together with all islands, inlets, shores, beaches and fishery within the same, without any molestation or claims by us or any other Indian, and be in no ways molested, interrupted or disturbed therein. Saving unto the Penobscot, Narragansett and other tribes within His Majesty's province aforesaid and their natural descendants respectively all their lands, liberties and properties not by them conveyed or sold to or possessed by any of the English subjects as aforesaid. As also the privilege of fishing, hunting, and fowling as formerly. That all trade and commerce which hereafter may be allowed between the English and Indians shall be under such management and regulations as the government of the Massachusetts province shall direct. If any controversy or difference at any time hereafter happen to arise between any of the English and Indians for any real or supposed wrong or injury done on either side, no private revenge shall be taken for the same, but proper application shall be made to His Majesty's government upon the place for remedy or induce thereof in a due course of justice. We submitting ourselves to be ruled and governed by His Majesty's laws and desiring to have benefit of the same. We also the said delegates in behalf of the tribes of Indians inhabiting within the French territories who have assisted us in this war for a term we are fully empowered to act in this present treaty, do hereby promise and engage that they and every of them shall henceforth cease and forbear all acts of hostility, force and violence towards all and every the subjects of His Majesty the King of Great Britain. We do further in behalf of the tribe of the Penobscot Indians promise and engage that if any of the other tribes intended to be included in this treaty that notwithstanding refuse to confirm and ratify this present treaty entered into on their behalf and continue or renew acts of hostility against the English, in such case the Penobscot tribe shall join their young men with the English in reducing them to reason. In the next place we the forenamed delegates, do promise and engage with the Honourable John Wentworth Esker, as he is Lieutenant Governor and Commander-in-Chief of His Majesty's Province of New Hampshire. That we and the tribes we are deputed from henceforth erase and forbear all acts of hostility, injuries and discords towards all the subjects of His Majesty King George within the said province, and we do understand and take it that the said government of New Hampshire is also included and accepting that respecting the regulating of trade with us. And further we the forenamed delegates do promise and engage with the Honourable Lawrence Armstrong, Lieutenant Governor and Commander-in-Chief of His Majesty's Province of Nova Scotia or Acadia, to live in peace with His Majesty's good subjects and their dependents in the government according to the articles agreed on with Major Paul Mascarene commissioned for that purpose and further to be ratified as mentioned in the said articles. That this present treaty shall be accepted, ratified and confirmed in a public and solemn manner by the chiefs of the several eastern tribes of Indians including therein at Falmouth in Casco Bay so time in the month of May next in whereof we have signed these present affixed our seals. Dated in the Council Chamber in Boston in New England, the 15th day of December Anno Domini 1725 Anatwam. RRS George II, Magna Britannicus, etc., 12mo. Done in the presence of the Great and General Court or Assembly of the Province of the Massachusetts Bay aforesaid. Being first read distinctly and interpreted by Captain John Giles, Captain Samuel Jordan, and Captain Joseph Bain, sworn interpreters. At J. Willard Secretary Sogar Malt Law on Arexes. François Xavier Lignum, Meganum,